in here yet, but I'm going to go ahead and go on with the readings for the fire signs. Fire signs, this is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So I'll be starting with Aries, moving into Leo, and then moving on to Sagittarius, okay? And you can always come back and look at it later if you choose to, okay? So, Aries, with the downloads for you, the cards that came out for you when I pulled some tarot and oracle cards for you, someone may be telling you to let the past regret, let some sort of past regret, some sort of past memory, some sort of past grudge go. But something has taken on a life of its own in your life, in your memory bank, right? So to speak. So it's like you want to focus on it just a little bit longer. Um, Whatever this is, it has been almost like a poison in your life that has sort of entrapped you. It's like what can't survive will seek company, right? But instead of you growing from this or whatever this is growing with you, it's almost as if you're withering together. And the future is building every single day around you, right? But it's like you're focusing on some options that you missed or memories or some sort of possibilities of what could have been, changes that you fled from and things that you lost. It's almost like it has a grip on your attention. And it's like maybe your work has become your identity, right? It's like I feel like you are sort of limiting who you are or doing yourself a disservice because it's like, if so for instance, if you grew up, you didn't have a lot of support from your family or your parents or something, and you start a organization or something like that that's kind of helping you out, where you kind of start an organization for people who don't have that good relationship with their parents or something, or they don't have a lot of support from their family. And it's like that within itself is taking on a life of its own. So I do feel like you are so much more than what you're giving yourself credit for. It's like your identity is almost encased, or it's built on some sort of trauma or past situation, you know? Um, there is some sort of new adventure that awaits you though for the future. And this is going to bring you in some sort of level of support once you can almost cut ties with some sort of past, right? It's like this, it's almost as if you have some sort of outdated identity, right? So, for instance, like I use the example, like if you're like, oh, I had this horrible relationship with my mom or my dad growing up, and people are telling you, okay, it's time to move past that. You're not a child anymore. You have more control over your outcome, your life. Maybe you are building some sort of um, a support group around that, and people are kind of like, okay, that's so when they see you, it's like they identify you with, oh, that's the person who has a support group or a business for people who have gone through traumatic situations with their parents. So even though you're so much more than just that person, it's something about your past that is giving you some sort of support. Maybe it felt amazing to have that level of support, you know, people kind of feeling sorry for you, coming to your aid, giving you all the support that you desire, attention. That can feel amazing. But it's almost as if it has attached itself to you like a vine. And you depend on it and it depends on you. And you've outgrown that part of that chapter in your life. And it's something for you to kind of, you're being encouraged to kind of say, that's a small part of my life, but that is not who I am overall. I'm so much more. And so some sort of new adventure awaits you. So you don't have to keep just losing your identity and losing who you are in some sort of past trauma that may have been the very thing that built your reputation. Right. So we're going to get into a general reading for you to see what comes out for the month of June. So those are the cards that came out for you, Aries. So let's see what comes. I'm going to just give the cards 3 good shuffles. Okay. All right. King of Wands. So again, you're in some sort of energy areas where you get a lot of attention. You had people come to you. I do feel like this has something in your life has really been an ego booster. It brings you a lot of attention. You have a lot of suitors or people maybe who want to work with you, or they depend on you because they feel like that you will deal with something. You know how to address something. You know how to multitask. You know how to get the job done in a brave, courageous way. You don't fear challenges all the time in this life. Or even if you do feel, even if you have some sort of fear of a challenge or something like that, you'll go ahead and try to face it so you can work through it. And this is what people see about you. So it's like your identity is connected to victories in some way, you know? Now, the Emperor is here. And so, Aries, this is your energy. But again, remember when I said something about your ego, something about your identity? It's as if you're growing old with the same attachment of allowing something to kind of make you hard or cold or uncompromising, because the emperor could be an uncompromising person. It's like these are the way things are going to be done and there's no deviation from that plan, right? It's like ruling with an iron fist. And I do feel like this is your way of kind of protecting who you are, your identity. But again, something about what made you get a great deal of support or a lot of attention has a lot to do with your past. And so once you get this level of power or attention, it can become almost addicted. Like you can become addicted to that level of power or that level of attention, even if it becomes unhealthy, because something has attached itself to your energy. You have the Two of Cups here. And I said something has attached itself to your energy. And I do feel like with this Two of Cups here, Two of Cups can be Cancer energy. There is like a maternal, it's almost like you taking a part of who you were and almost like using that to create new connections. So it's okay. So, for instance, if again, like I'll just use the example, you didn't have a good relationship with someone in your family or some sort of past love, so a old friendship, whatever. It's like you've built your identity up on using that as a conversation piece, or you've built your identity of who you are up on something about a past connection kind of either not working or something about like a past connection just not being there. Yeah, and look, the hangman is here. It has kept you stuck. It's time for you to see something from a different perspective now. Because I feel like you've outgrown something that you've allowed to get you to one place with a lot of attention. You're not that person who you used to be. You know, I think everyone in this life can relate to losing connections, missed opportunities, losing loved ones. Everyone can relate to that kind of pain, something. But it should never be your only identity, the only way that people see you or can relate to you. You're so much more than that. So with this hang one here, you're seeing something from a different perspective too about yourself. You have the Page of Wands here. I do feel like some sort of inspiration is going to come in. You're going to get some sort of the Nine of Wands here, but this is a battle of you letting it go. At the bottom of the deck, you have the World card here. Some of you all are on the internet. Some of you all just get a lot of attention, but that also speaks of you creating like some sort of power within and knowing how to use it and completing karmic cycles, completion of something, something turning over in your life. And this is almost like turning over a new leaf, finding another way to almost reinvent yourself. And I feel like the inspiration is going to come, even if this is going to be a battle for you with this Nine of Wands. You may feel like something is sort of like very hard for you to do, to let go of, because it brought you attention that you enjoyed having. It brought you a level of support and kind of catapulted you to the top in some area of your life. And that is who, it's like that's who people identify you as now. But again, you have so much more to offer than just that. Why is the King of Wands there? So maybe this is connected to your household or your marriage. Some of you all are married and you got a lot of attention. Maybe that's what it is. Like your marriage has become your whole identity or something. Or some level of teamwork that you took on. And the Four of Wands is Aries energy too. You have the Two of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. So I do see, for you to balance something out and to make it look easy, you went the route of almost having to be uncompromising. It's like you felt like for you to have balance, and this could be in your money, your job, your business, your relationship. It's almost as if you felt like you had to be very cold, uncompromising, and it's your way or no way. So maybe you're a supervisor, but you barely budge when it comes to your employees. But I don't know how it's connected to your family life or teamwork, though. Page of Pentacles here. You got the Two of Cups. So I do feel like a new idea, something new. You're in some sort of planning stage. Maybe you're collaborating with someone and you're kind of throwing ideas back and forth, kind of planning something, preparing for something at this time. Ten of Swords here. Yeah, so with the Hanged One and the Ten of Swords, this is like you being stuck on some level of betrayal. A lot of harsh words that you need to let go of. A lot of bad memories that you got to let go of. That is not your past traumas are not who you are. Everyone has gone through something in their life that if they could turn back the hands of time, they would control it, they would change it. Whether it was betrayal, whether it's hurt, whether it's the love of a loss, the loss of a loved one, whether it's the loss of a job, a loss of a friendship, a loss of an ex, whatever it was. If you live long enough, you will go through those traumatic situations. But it does not mean that's who you are at your core. And this is you being stuck with the Hanged One on focusing on what you feel like is betrayals, harsh words, betrayal from people who you felt like you could trust, people who you thought really loved you, or that you all would always have some sort of amazing outcome, people who you now view as your enemies. But it's time for you to let go of something because it's no longer a part of your growth. You've gotten everything that you could get out of it. All the attention, the sympathy, the empathy, the money, the fame, the popularity, the support, you've gotten everything out of that situation. And now it's time for you to kind of put it to rest and let it go. See something from a different perspective. What was the lesson in this level of betrayal? Yes. Look at this, Aries. You have the Six of Wands here. This is you leaving hard times behind and finding that inspiration to move on. And I feel like some sort of reinventing yourself you're going to get the support that you never even thought would be there. You have some sort of past story that has gotten you to a certain point, but it's time to kind of let that past story go, reinvent yourself, and watch the level of support that's coming in. You have the Knight of Wands here, and it's clarifying this Nine of Wands. So I do feel like whatever this is, there may be some disagreements, arguments. You feeling like you have to stand up for your beliefs, yourself, you know? You feeling like you're going to make sure that your voice is heard, your opinion is heard. This is you being resilient and going after what you want. But I also feel like there's an energy here that's telling you not to move in haste. Not to move so fast that you make decisions that you really can't change or come back from. Maybe it's out of anger. Maybe it's out of just wanting to get something done really quickly. Maybe you're being encouraged to do this. But I feel like you could definitely have major victories with reinventing something or doing something a different way, finding a new way to pursue your dreams and go after something. But you got to realize there may be people around you who have even become accustomed to you doing something a certain way. So it'll be hard for them to adjust to that change. But you're an Aries, you're a cardinal sign. So you can change whatever, you can change direction quickly if you need to. You can adjust to something quickly and let it go if you need to. So whatever this is what you chose to focus on this long. You know, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Cups here. There may have been a missed opportunity that was very hard for you to let go of. Maybe this was something that was public. Maybe somebody who you wanted to have a connection with came in and made an offer, and you sort of felt like you had more than enough. So you sort of rejected it. Maybe that's what you're looking back at. You may be even questioning what was the real reason why you rejected some sort of offer. What was the real reason behind it? So it does look like you are kind of doing the groundwork. But let's see what else is coming out for you. Gilded regret. Yeah, this is the card that came out off camera for you. And it's very significant because this speaks of, let me just focus on the past just a little bit more longer. Let me focus on the pain just a little bit more. And something has started growing like a weed around you. You've attached yourself to it and it has attached itself to you. And it's time for you to break free from that. Some sort of regret. It could have been a missed opportunity. Something that came in out of the blue, but you felt like you were disinterested or you had enough, or I'm not sure what this is. But this is, you got Four of Cups. It could be something family related. Whatever it was, but it's like you're choosing not to let it go. And you're being encouraged to move forward and stop letting that be a part of your identity. It says, is this me? Yeah. So, Aries, I even feel like you can look in the mirror at times and you don't even feel comfortable with some of the decisions you've made. Look at the destruction in the background of this energy here. You've done things out of cold heartedness and just plain old hurt and caused destruction in the background of your life at times because you were unable to let go of some sort of what you perceived as betrayal or hurt. And so I feel like this is you looking in the mirror like, is this me? Do I have to create destruction around me or it with other people just to be successful? Is that a part of my identity? Is this who I've become? So this is like trying to win at all costs and not even liking the trophy or whatever you got, not even truly feeling comfortable with it because of how you had to get it. The child I was meant to be. There's something still so innocent within you, Aries, and you are the first zodiac sign. So you are like the baby of the zodiacs. You're like the child of the zodiacs. That's why you represent the Fool card, because times you'll take a leap of faith where others don't want to take it. There's still so much innocence within you that you've almost lost because you've let something else become your identity when you're so much more than that. I feel like there's something like a childhood dream, something you've always wanted to do, something you've always wanted to be. I do feel like there is an energy here where you are now really focusing on what you want to do. You may pick back up this childhood dream. You may pick something back up that you put down before. And this is you kind of building on that, you know? At the bottom of the deck, anger and chains. So you've allowed some sort of anger to even entrap you. And until you it's like you put a band-aid over something that's really out of control. This is you kind of not dealing with something at the root and just kind of putting a band-aid over it, trying to, okay, it's fixed. I don't really have to deal with it. I'm not really focused on it, but behind the scenes you are. And this is you really removing that band-aid and kind of dealing with something. So it is not showcasing who you really are. It's like you're going to have to change something, remove this band-aid and deal with some deep-rooted hurt issues and pain so you can reinvent yourself in a beautiful way. So your identity isn't connected to causing destruction and winning at all costs, even if it has made you feel some level of regret inside. So Aries, that's the end of your reading. I see you going through almost like an awakening. This is a lot of growth. This is dealing with the uncomfortable situations in your life, dealing with pain, anguish, bad decisions, good decisions. But this is you no longer attaching your identity to past trauma. It has gotten you all the attention it's going to get you. So we're going to move on to the Leo. Let's see. So Leo, when I did when I pulled the cards out for you, The cards that came out said, the first card that came out was Triumph of Lies. Um, if something hurts you, you change yourself so it can stop. Not all that glitters is gold. Your appearance is so important to you that at times it's become a lie. Seeking acceptance from the world is a slippery slope that can propel you in front of others at speeds and heights where you are out of control, but you can't let anyone know this, so you pretend that everything is going as planned. You are stuck trying to see something from a different perspective right now. There's a karmic change that either you're going to make on your own or the universe will make this change for you. But due to ego, the universe will probably make the change itself. And you will have to be resilient. This is your ancestors' way of putting you back on the right track, even if it feels uncomfortable to you. No more pretending. So that came out. So it's almost as if maybe you're in a relationship, right? Behind closed doors, you're going through this, you're going through that, you're trying to figure things out, having a lot of issues, this, that, and the other. But to everyone else, to the family, to the friend, to your friends, to the community, you seem to have everything in order. Everything is under control. And you and this person have this amazing connection. But behind closed doors, it's anything but that. But if you reveal the truth, then that your connection has a lot of cracks in it and that everything isn't perfect, then you would have to hear things like, oh, so you all were faking the whole time? Or, oh, maybe that's what you get. I told you, I warned you. Or, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry you're going through that. So I kind of feel like there's an area of your life, Leo, where you don't want to be that person where people are looking at your vulnerability as a weakness. So you keep it to yourself. You'll prefer to put on a facade that you're happy, even at times when you're not. Or you'll prefer to make it seem like you have something under control because you don't want people to say, I told you so. You made the wrong choice. You made the wrong decision. So I kind of feel like your need to have some sort of acceptance from the world is that slippery slope there, because who you are presenting yourself to be at times can be a beautiful thing, but if it isn't true, then you have to live with the inside lies, right? And so pretending that everything is going as planned, so you won't look like you're out of control or the relationship is out of control. This could be in like a personal relationship in your life. This could be at your job. This could be in business or whatever you're in. But there's something going on where you're going to have to kind of be true to yourself, because I do see a significant change coming. Now and again, you could take control of this and create this change yourself and stop looking at vulnerability as a weakness, or the universe is going to make it for you, and then you're still going to have to deal with it in a resilient way. But it's whatever this change is, this is you being real with yourself and getting back to who you are. No more pretending to accommodate other people. No more making them feel comfortable at your expense. No more worrying about who's going to judge you because you made a decision or whatever the heck. Because we all make decisions at times where we kind of be like, oh my gosh, why did I do this? Why did I think, whatever. So I feel like the appearance to the world is your biggest vice in some areas. Like you're worried about what other people think. So let's see. Let's see what comes out. Because no one is perfect all the time. I don't care who you are. Shoot, we both, and I know I have. I face some challenges that people wouldn't believe. I don't even discuss it. Okay. Two of Cups here. So there will be some sort of collaboration taking place. Knight of Swords. Or there's a collaboration, but there's a change coming to this. There's some sort of significant change coming to either you were in a connection with someone. This could be romantic, or it could be business or something. But there's a significant change coming to this. There's a severing happening with this Knight of Swords. This could be due to words, arguments, some sort of change, some challenges. Hold on. The Magician. Yeah. I feel like this is someone who you're very successful with, because you have the Magician, Baphomet, right? Gives health and financial prosperity, connects one safely with divine. So this is someone who, this collaboration or this relationship, to the public, it looks very healthy. It could have even, you both could have created financial prosperity with each other. Maybe they have an amazing job, you have an amazing job, you know? There was some sort of win-win financially or even health-wise. But there's an energy here, the Six of Wands, a lot of disagreements, a lot of change. Six of Wands can speak of victories. But there's also something coming back from the past. This is something coming back from the past that is creating a change. And maybe this is the very thing that you either don't want. Maybe you're riding high right now. The Six of Wands could speak of somebody who gets a lot of support, public support, riding high, things like that. So it's like something from the past is coming back. And these are either words or someone who you may have had some sort of separation with. King of Swords. So a lot of knowledge or something is going to be released. Some sort of battle that's coming up. Someone may be trying to teach you how to deal with something, how to face an a forthcoming battle. The knowledge of how you can get through this. Five of Pentacles. So there's something about information that's being revealed. And I feel like, again, there's something about either you making a change or the universe doing it for you. But whatever this is to make something right. And this, for some reason, the universe feels like something is out of whack in your life. And you can no longer pretend that it isn't something that, because you have the Five of Pentacles here. This says, teaches all liberal science, gives an account of souls that died in sin. You know? Five of Pentacles can speak of temporary loss. And I kind of feel like this could represent parts of you that you kind of lost about yourself. This is why your ancestors want you to get back to who you really are at your core. whether it was relationships, time, whatever you lost. Maybe you feel like you did something in a sinful way, and that's hard for you to kind of let go of, because if you let go of it, maybe you're worried about that being revealed. I don't know. There's something going on here where, Leo, you're going to have to be real with who you are at your core. Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. Whatever this is, it's going to pay off in an amazing way for you. Oh, nice, nice, Kiska, nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The baby snake plants. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I encourage all of the anyone who watches these to look at the other zodiac signs, know your natal chart, and pay attention to not only your sun sign, but your moon sign, your rising, your north node, which speaks of the future, your south node, which speaks of past events and the lessons you have to learn from the past so you don't repeat those again. Page of Pentacles here with the Two of Cups. So a lot of new ideas and planning is going into some sort of connection. And then you have the Tower moment. This is what I kept saying with you. Something has to break down for you to rebuild it. Something is changing suddenly in your life with this Knight of Swords here. There's some sort of sudden change, cracks in the foundation, something needing to switch, you know? The Magician card, 10 of Swords here. So this could even be you feel betrayed by someone, like a collaboration. Maybe you felt like things were going amazing. You both were making plenty of money. And I feel like you feel really betrayed. Possibly misunderstood. Maybe maybe either someone is using your words against you, or you just feel like the way that they communicated was that maybe you felt like now you collaborated with an enemy. But there's something in your life. I feel like the red flags were there. Maybe you ignored them. And now you're having to deal with all of this, whatever this is. The Knight of Wands is here. But I do feel like you are going to eventually address something head on in a very brave way. You don't have a problem with standing up for your beliefs, yourself. I even feel like someone is challenging how you got into that Six of Wands energy, how you got some sort of victory or support. There's some sort of challenge that is coming your way with that. Why is this King of Swords here, 10 of Pentacles? So there's some information about money being revealed. It says reveals knowledge of forthcoming battles and procures the favor of lords and kings. And this is the 10 of Pentacles here. So there's something about generational wealth or long-term investments that's being revealed in some way. Then you have the Five of Pentacles and the Moon card here. So there's something, remember I said, I don't know what this is, Leo, but this is a message for you. There's something that's hidden that's coming to the forefront. And either you can get ahead of this and reveal it yourself, or the universe is going to reveal it anyway. Then you're going to have to be resilient and try to clean this up. Because with this Five of Pentacles and this Moon card here, this moon is something that is an illusion, painting an illusion that everything is okay when it's really not. And the universe and your ancestors are saying you have got to get back to you. So you're going to have to reveal something, or either the universe is going to reveal. And it may come from someone who you worked with or you were in a relationship with revealing something. But there's something that's coming out. I see it as clear as day. And you're going to have to deal with this. Ten of Cups, once you deal with it, it looks like you're going to be happy with the outcome. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Look at that. 10, 10. I feel like, maybe you had a bad deal with someone and they decided to turn on you. But I feel like if you be true to yourself and kind of get ahead of this, don't let your ego get in the way. This is, not only are you able to keep this Ten of Pentacles here, but you're also going to get a lot of support from your family. You're able to take that Ten of Pentacles and invest it into your future and build healthy bonds and healthy connections. But this something being revealed about you, this is almost like you shared your deepest secrets with someone and now they're telling everyone. And I do feel like you're going to get through this, though. Bride in a cage, yeah. Some of you all have felt entrapped by a tower moment, by something that was planned. It's like whatever this was died out a long time ago. And this is you kind of seeing something for what it really is. And releasing, breaking free. This is almost like a mental entrapment, though. I don't feel like you're actually physically entrapped. I just kind of feel like it's like more of a mental entrapment. And you breaking free, it's like a beautiful lie. Parasite. Yes, something has attached itself to you. And I kind of feel like there's an energy where you felt drained. And you letting someone go or severing a connection is really showing you how dependent someone was on you or how dependent you were on them. And I kind of feel like this is like not feeding that beast anymore, not feeding that lie anymore, that persona, that image, not feeding it anymore, and letting the chips kind of fall where they may. Alone in this world, but you're never alone. Maybe someone wanted you to feel like if they revealed something about you, no one would support you, but that's a lie. People, I kind of feel like even if they try to reveal something that's embarrassing or what they feel like is humiliating, trying to make you feel all alone, I feel like you're going to figure this out and you're still going to get some level of support somewhere else. I won't cry for you. So this is a situation here where I kind of feel like there's a situation, Leo, where somebody is trying to do something. I don't know what this is, whether it's words or create. I don't know whether it's betrayal. I don't know what it is. But I kind of feel like you're not crying for this person when something that they try to do to you don't work out for them. Someone may even be asking them, like, why would you do that? You were in collaboration with that person. You were that person's husband, their wife, their friend. Why would you betray them that way? Why would you reveal that information? What do you expect for us to do with that? So I kind of feel like someone wants you to feel alone in this battle, but it may kind of I almost feel like it's going to improve your status and kind of almost like people may be looking at them in the way that they wanted people to look at you. And you may be like, I'm not going to cry for you because this is what you wanted. This is a situation you wanted me to be in. So there's a shift with you being real with yourself, not letting your ego get in the way when things are revealed, and either letting someone reveal it or you getting ahead of it and you revealing it. But that's up to you. Now, last but not least, I'm going to get into Sagittarius. Sagittarius, for you, the cards that came out off camera was it's better not to feel instead of feeling pain. You choose the I don't care road over facing and feeling the pain route. But don't lose yourself in that gray area of not feeling anything. You cannot bring about change to a situation by pretending it doesn't exist or you feel nothing, just because it will require you to feel the pain. Face whatever this is head on and start the healing process. Maybe it was cheating or harsh words or lies that you were pretending like it doesn't bother you. But this is coming from some sort of long-term investment that you want to see come into fruition. This change that is required on your side will turn out well when you deal with the root cause of a problem. No new house, car, jewelry, or earthly possessions will fill some sort of void in your life. The only thing that can create this level of happiness that you seek is fixing the situation as soon as possible. So, let's see. Okay, Sagittarius. And everyone who watches my Spiritual Liaison 123 channel, I will be doing the 3 Decan Pisces reading today. So you all can check that out, and I will be going live doing that. Okay, let's see. Sagittarius. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. The first card out for you is the Nine of Swords. Two of Wands. And the Ten of Swords. So Sagittarius, something has been an ongoing battle. Whatever this is, it has kept you in your head. You got 9 of Swords over here and 10 of Swords over here and 2 of Wands in the middle. It's like you picking the lesser of the two evils. Some sort of change has to be made. You may be focusing more on the 9 of Swords. There's something that you don't want to have to deal with, though. It's almost like you're fooling yourself about a level of betrayal or hurt, and your way of dealing with it is not dealing with it. Pretending like it didn't exist or it doesn't, like you don't care. You got the Ace of Cups here. The World card and the Tower. At the bottom of the deck, you have the 3 of Pentacles. There may be some sort of collaboration that's at the root of this. It could have been due to a third party. It could be due to, but I feel like there's a lot of love that you have for someone. So you're focusing on the love portion of it opposed to the hurt feelings. You would prefer to say this didn't happen because you feel like moving from this 9 of Swords and facing this 10 of Swords is going to cause a Tower moment if you really address it. So it's almost as if you feel safer in that 9 of Swords energy because the 10 of Swords is a completion. It's like dealing with the worst of the situation and kind of moving on from it, having closure. But that closure may create a Tower moment, and this is what you've been trying to avoid. I feel like with this World card here and this 2 of Wands, you're almost worried about what the outside world thinks of your situation. How is something going to play out on the stage in your life? What are your family members going to think? What is your job going to think? So it's easier to say, I don't care, I feel nothing, than to say, damn, this hurts, and I got to deal with this at the root. But if I start paying attention to a 9 of Swords that went into a 10 of Swords and really address something, here comes the Tower. Things breaking down. The cracks that can't be filled in anymore. The lies, that can't be covered up anymore. It's like you're feeding this 10 of Swords with a cup. And if you continue to put water on metal, what happens? It turns into rust, And you have 9 of Wands here with this 9 of Swords. Something has been a serious ongoing battle for you. And this is behind the scenes. You don't want anyone to know about it. This may be something that's kept you up at night, created some level of anxiety. You constantly having to deal with some sort of negative thoughts. The Star card here and the Ace of Cups. So you're choosing to just focus on happy moments, hopeful for the future, walking out on faith, looking at what you invested in, wishing it would naturally change on its own if you just keep pouring into it. Because I do feel like there's some area where you have received some sort of happiness. And that's what it's like if you just receive one happy moment, the other 10 bad times don't matter. So it's almost as if you don't want to have to deal with this bad, like blinding yourself to the pain. Why is this two of wands here? King of swords is going to get to the point where you're going to have to be truthful with yourself. The knowledge that's coming in is going to help you fight some sort of ongoing battle, something you've been kind of on a fence about, a choice that needs to be made, which direction you should move in. The world card here, yeah. So you're going to get some level of support here to move into the right direction and leave something behind that has been very hard. I said there's no amount of cars, money, clothes, diamonds, jewelry that is going to fill some void in your life. You telling yourself it don't matter, being in that King of Swords energy, you know, these are the facts, but I don't feel anything. Not with all of these wands out here. This is something you're passionate about, but you keep talking yourself out of it. It's getting to the point you can't keep doing this. Ten of swords here. With this betrayal, or really facing some sort of completion of energy, there are two things still on the table here that you have to focus on. Something that's going to have to bring balance, where you're going to have to really kind of go in between these two energies to see what you need to do. One may one may require you to focus on it more than the other, just until you can get through something, because something has been building, whatever this is, and you're going to have to address both issues. Why is the Tower here? The World card. So this is something that's meant to complete. This is a cycle that's even going to empower you in some way. This tower moment. Some people think that tower moments are bad, but a tower moment could speak of something that really needs to break down for you to improve, for you to grow, for you to have the knowledge that you need to not have to go through a karmic cycle again. Seeing the cracks in those foundations, that, you know, is it repairable? Should you keep repairing it? Or should you take this as a lesson learned and move on? Can it be repaired? Is it worth it? Whatever it is, it's going to empower you, and you're going to see what you have to do. I do feel like with this Four of Cups here, you may feel like something was a missed opportunity in your life, or something that you just kind of feel like it's coming out. It's an offer coming out of the blue. This may be a collaboration, but you may feel like you have enough on your plate right now where you're kind of rejecting it. This may be something family related. You may be already dealing with three things in your family, and then here comes one out of the blue where your arms are kind of crossed and you're not accepting it. Artificial heart. I do feel like, again, you are pretending like you don't care about something. but subconsciously you're wishing that it change, that the situation change. You do care about it. It's just having to deal with the pain and the facts hurt too much. So you've gotten yourself in this gray area of not feeling, not addressing it. And it's time for that energy to change. I won't cry for you. So, this is how you're dealing with situations in your life. There's something coming up, Sagittarius, where I kind of feel like you can no longer deny something, and you're in some sort of energy now where maybe someone wants your empathy. Maybe you've kind of covered up your feelings, or maybe you felt like not addressing it was safe for everyone involved. So I do feel like there's some energy that wants your empathy, wants you to understand the role that they played in something and the role that you played in something that you could have been kind of hiding from yourself. But I feel like it's going to get to a point where you're going to be like, I'm not crying over this situation. I've cried enough. I've been in my head. I'm going to kind of move on from this. And then it says calling the storm. So for this tower moment to happen, this is like kicking up dust. This is like, I'm not willing to lie to myself. I'm not willing to pretend like something hasn't affected me. Something hasn't bothered me. Something hasn't kept me up. So it's like you've tried to avoid a tower moment long enough by accommodating someone else and pretending like it wasn't bothering you. But I see you getting to this point where there's a storm brewing, and it's because you're addressing a situation. You're not pretending like it doesn't exist, like your feelings don't exist. Is this me? It's almost like you had to operate in this energy here just for you to sort of survive. But at what cost? Because look at all the fire in the background. Relationships that can't be repaired because too much damage has been done. People you've lost along the way. Maybe jobs, whatever it is. But this is you looking at yourself as like, damn, this is who I've become. Really looking in the mirror and getting to the root cause of what got you to this point where you became heartless and kept continuously saying, I don't care. I don't feel anything. I don't care. I don't feel anything. When in fact you do feel something. You just don't want to feel pain. So it's like I'll cause other people pain, but I don't want to feel it. So I won't even look back at the damage I've caused in the past. But this is you kind of seeing something differently now and really addressing things head on. Okay. So, Sagittarius, that is the end of your reading for June. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you to everyone who showed up. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart for hanging out with me. And you all head over to the Spiritual Liaison 123 channel today, because I will be doing the 3-decan Pisces reading, just in case you have a Pisces in your energy, or you may be a Pisces yourself, or you have Pisces significant placement. Okay. Talk with you all later, and thank you for coming out, for showing up.